Hi guys, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. My video today is basically to give a little bit of insight on the K-1 visa process in Lagos, Nigeria for 2025. I know there's not much information out there and things have changed, so I just want to give you guys our experience, what we've been through so far. We are currently in the last stages of our visa application for the K-1 visa. I reside in the States and my fiance is in Abuja, Nigeria. And yeah, so I just wanted to basically start from the beginning. We originally applied for our visa in March of 2024. We received our approval from USCIS around October 2024. And then we received a letter from the NVC letting us know that our application was being sent over to Lagos, Nigeria around December 2024. Now there was a bit of a wait, and then we received a letter on February 17th basically stating that Lagos, Nigeria Embassy was not processing any immigration visas at that time, and they weren't sure when they were going to start processing again, so we had to wait. Wait. And then in June, specifically on June 17th, we received the same letter we received in December, basically stating that they were sending our application over to a Lagos, Nigeria Embassy again. So then after June 17th, the next letter came on July 1st, and that was our welcome letter. That was the K-1 FTP. Basically, it just stated that it was received by the Lagos Embassy. It gave our case number, his full name, as well as our USCIS case number. So there's an NVC case number and a USCIS number. This letter basically has everything on it. And then that was that on July 1st. And then on July 8th, I received an email. I received it only, by the way, not him. I received basically an email stating that that he needed to come in for his document review on September 25th, 2025. So February, noticed nothing happening. June, we received the letter from NVC stating I was going over to Lagos. Then K-1 FTP July 1st. Then the emails for the in-person interview for the document review was received on July 8th. So I'll tell you a little bit about the letter. It basically the email, it just basically states what the next steps are, that he needed to pay for his visa, that he needed, it's basically things that you need, your documents, your affidavit of support. It did state the medical information in there, but it also said you to get the medicals right before the interview, right before the visa review, because it can expire within 3 to 6 months depending on where you go get them from, and all this stuff. And also ask for a contact sheet. Now, they did not provide a contact sheet. So what I'll do in this video, I'll go ahead and link that below so you guys don't have to go through the hustle and bustle of trying to find it, because I had to join forums, I had to ask around, and I went on Facebook and found a forum, and somebody was kind enough to share those with me, and I had that to give to him. They do not give that to you in an email. They need to fix that. So we went ahead and did all the paperwork. I filled everything out, sent it to him, and then he went for his interview on the 25th of September 2025. And then from there, he let me know what his experience was going in, and so I'll share that with you. He said basically when he arrived there, there's a lot of people outside trying to fleece you for cash. basically trying to say, oh, you can wait out here because there's nowhere to wait in the embassy, and oh, we'll hold all your stuff and you pay us some money and then you'll get it back when you come back, because you cannot bring your personal items inside for the interview. Now, what he stated was this: do not pay any of that. Just go to the guard that's outside of the embassy, show them, print that email that shows that you have an appointment, show that to him, he'll let you in. There's a waiting room in there where you can wait for your interview. He got there around about 2 hours early. His interview appointment was at 11, got there around 9 because he wanted to beat the Lagos traffic. And he was able to wait inside. They also have somewhere to put your personal items as well. So do not pay anybody outside the embassy. Everything you need is inside the embassy. He stated that once you basically got in, they then want you to show you that letter again, showing that you are supposed to be there. You do have an appointment to be there. And then they take your ID, and then you go through the security process and you come on in. From there, you go into a line that asks you for the DS-160 confirmation form. That's the form that you get after you fill out the DS-160, and there's a barcode. Make sure it has that barcode, because if it doesn't, you basically are gonna have to reschedule and come back some other time. So he had that. They also asked for his passport photos, and they basically had him stick the DS confirmation as well as the passport photos inside the passport, and then they took it and they confirmed him. As well as the appointment confirmation. They put it out all together, and then they sent him to another line. So then he went to another waiting area, and they gave him a form, and the form stated how you should organize your documents. Now, keep in mind, on the email, it also says how your documents should be put together and arranged. But when you get in there, it's a whole different thing. So you're going to sit down, you're going to rearrange your documents according to this document that they give you. Once you're done, they're going to escort you to another room. From there, they're going to take you into a K-1 visa window. And at the window, he said that that's when they ask for all the documents. And they're going to go through the documents, and they're comparing it to the computer. I'm assuming they're comparing it from the things that I originally submitted last year when I did the K-1 visa. And so basically the K-1 visa application. And so they're just comparing it and making sure everything's everything. And then they asked for the I-864. Now, the I-864 is actually the affidavit for support for the I-130. The I-130 is actually the document for if you're applying for your spouse. So if you're married and you're applying for your wife or your husband, then that's a whole different visa type, right? The K-1 visa is the I-129F. But for some reason, they want the I-864 as well. So carry both, okay? Carry both. I'll put the USCIS link below so that you have that information, and just fill out both and send them both in so that you don't have to wait and do it after the fact. Now, as long as you have everything else and the medicals, everything, they will go ahead and seal up your paperwork. Once they seal it up, they'll let you know you need to bring that to the next interview. Now, you do not have to go to that website, I can't remember the name, but you don't have to go to the website and find an appointment anymore. They will give you the appointment in the embassy after you complete your document review. So that's great, because I know in the past, I believe you have to try to catch an interview date or pay somebody to get an interview. I've heard all kinds of stories. You don't have to do that. They will, after they complete your document review, they will give you a pink slip, and it'll have your visa review date and time on it. So when you go to your next review, just remember you bring that the I-864 along with your I-134 and as well as the packet, everything that's in the packet, and then don't open the packet up. Okay. Now they'll let you know if you're missing any information, and you can still proceed. They'll still let you proceed. They'll just let you know this is what you need to bring when you come in. So in regards to the medicals, there was a bit of confusion on the medicals because on one hand, if you look online, it says get the medicals close to your actual visa appointment date. And then on another hand, this paper says you should have them. So we just took the chance, and he said he was just going to get it. In worst case scenario, we get an appointment that's 6 months after and we have to do the medicals again. We were just going to bite the bullet. However, the appointment was 2 weeks from the day of the document review. So guys, get your medicals before your document review. Just get them before, because the time frame is so short that you might as well have all those documents to put it in that package at the document review. Do not wait. I'm pretty sure you can go and they'll tell you to get your medicals and come back with it. You might as well just get them ahead of time, because they expire within 3 to 6 months, and we're not waiting 3 to 6 months for your second interview. Like I said, his was actually 12 days. So we're waiting now for him to do his second interview, and he's good to go. We have completed all the forms, and now we're just waiting. Once he completes that, I'll come back with an updated video letting you guys know our status, as well as the questions that he was asked, and what the process was like going into the visa interview. For now, if you guys have any questions, or if there's anything that you would like me to elaborate on, or if you want to know some information about any of the forms that you have to fill out, please comment below and I'll go ahead and make a video for that. Or you can ask me anything and I'll be more than happy to answer. I'm here to help because information is key. So until then, I'll see you guys later. I hope this information was beneficial. And until next time, thank you guys so much. Peace. Bye.